Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CJ's Coins and Crafts. This continues our series on the commemorative coins of the US. This one is covering the 1920 Maine Centennial half dollar. Governor Carl Milliken and the Council of Maine wanted a half dollar coined to celebrate Maine's 1820 admission to the Union. John A. Peters introduced the bill, House Resolution 12460, for the coin in the House of Representatives on February 11, 1920. The Committee on Coinage, Weights, and Measures met on February 23rd of that year, where Congressman Peters told the members of the history of the state and the citizens' desire to celebrate the centennial, including a commemorative coin. He stated that he had spoken with Raymond Baker, who was the director of the mint, who told him that Treasury Secretary David Houston planned on endorsing the bill. The bill contained text that copied the information provided in the 1918 Illinois Centennial half-dollar legislation. Peters also confirmed that there would be no expense to the federal government, as questioned by Stone Briggs of Texas. On March 20th, Albert Vestal, who was chairman of the Committee on Coinage, Weights, and Measures, filed a report on behalf of the committee recommending the passage of the bill to the House. There were three coinage bills, which happened to be the Maine Centennial, Alabama Centennial, and the Pilgrim Tercentenary, that were considered by the House of Representatives on April 21st, 1920. There were several questions by the House, including who would bear the expense of the dies, if the design would replace the current circulating Walking Liberty half dollar, and what would happen to the coins after they entered circulation. Peters responded in kind to these questions and confirmed the coins would be treated as normal half dollars, even though there would be no statewide celebration in Maine for the centennial. The Maine Centennial half-dollar bill would go through the Senate and be signed into law on May 10, 1920. Sketches for the design were prepared by artist Harry Cochran. Just days after President Wilson signed the bill, the sketches were sent to the Commission of Fine Arts for their opinions. Charles Moore, who was chairman, forwarded the sketch to James Earl Fraser and did not receive a reply. On May 26th, Moore sent Fraser a telegram stating that the Maine officials wanted the coins by June 28th, and Fraser promptly replied that he disliked the design as it was ordinary. Fraser also displeased that sketches were approved instead of the standard plaster model made by a sculptor. Moore sent a disheartening letter to Treasury Secretary Dave Houston. The design for the coin, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the admission of the state of Maine to the Union, as submitted to the Commission of Fine Arts, would result in a coin far below the standard set by the new 50-cent piece. The design proposed is positively bad and would bring humiliation to the people of Maine if it should be executed. The Treasury Department and the Mint would also be made to suffer criticisms from the people who have now been aroused to a feeling and demand for an artistic coinage. Experience proves that there is only one way in which to get a satisfactory design for a coin, the method followed in the case of the new coinage. A model should be made by a metallic sculptor of known excellence. It is a mistake to pass upon a design for a coin on the basis of a drawing. The drawing may show the intrinsic badness of a design, as does the drawing submitted, but only a model will show defects not disclosed on a drawing. Our new silver coinage has reached a high grade of perfection because it was designed by competent men. We should not return to the low standards which have formerly prevailed. This is especially true in the present instance, where the coin goes ultimately to collectors and becomes a permanent memorial of the state of Maine. However, Maine officials refused and insisted on the submitted sketches. After discussions among Peters, Moore, and various officials, an agreement was reached where the sketches were converted into plaster models. The models completed were approved by the commission on July 9th. The engraving department at the Philadelphia Mint created the coin dies and changed the moose and pine tree on the coin from being in relief to being sunken into the coin. This was probably an attempt at improving the strike quality, which did not yield great results. The design for the half-dollar depicts the arms of Maine based on the state seal on the obverse. At its center is a shield with a pine tree, a moose laying down beneath it. The shield has two male figures at its sides, one holding a scythe, representing agriculture, the other supporting an anchor, representing commerce. Above the shield is a legend Dirgo, Latin for I direct, and above that a five-pointed star. Below the shield is a scroll bearing the state's name. The reverse of the coin contains a wreath of pine needles and cones referencing Maine being known as the Pine Tree State. Celebrations for the state centennial were held in Maine's largest city, Portland, on July 4th, 1920. Peters had hoped to have the coins available for distribution, but because of the design controversy, they were not. He wrote to the assistant director of the Mint, Mary O'Reilly, on July 14th, this letter expressing his frustration. Thanks for your telegram saying that the design for the Maine half-dollars has been finally approved and that you will rush the manufacturing of dies. It is now too late for the coinage to be of the benefit to us that we had expected. We had the Centennial in Portland the 4th of July and could have used the coins, but they may still get some benefit from them if we can get them this year. If we don't get them this year, we might as well wait for the next centennial, which I judge would be more convenient and in accordance with the speed at which we have been going. There is just one thing I wish you would do, and that is when you see the next obstacle ahead, if you would let me know about as early as possible so I could try to stimulate some activity, I should be greatly pleased. In the late summer of 1920, a total of 50,028 Maine Centennial half-dollars were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, including 28 pieces reserved for inspection and testing at the 1921 meeting of the Annual Assay Commission. No special care was taken during the minting process, causing many coins to display bag marks, which are marks where the coins, after being ejected into bins, strike other coins, causing damage. 30,000 coins were sold immediately and remained on sale through the Treasurer's office until all 50,000 were sold, which did not occur until about 1929. And it is speculated that if the full 100,000 of the coins had been minted that the legislation had called for, they would have been returned to the mint for melting due to the poor sales. I wanted to take an opportunity to thank you for watching this video. If you guys like this series, please hit the like button and subscribe to be notified when I upload new videos. We will continue the commemorative series, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.